My, how the times have changed. It wasn't all that long ago the state was sending us big checks. Remember that? They were awash in tax revenue. Now, not so much. Governor Maura Healey unveiling a surprising budget, some spending increases, but also quite a bit of cuts, both in the mix, as the state is facing a shortfall. And the Democratic supermajority on Beacon Hill is far from being all aboard here. Are they going to rubber stamp this budget, or are they going to make some changes, Marianne?
I think they'll work it out, but I think give Maura Healey credit. She did do tax cuts. She campaigned on that, so she's not going to increase taxes. That's one big point there. But I think you'll see a negotiation between all of them. They'll differ on the investments that need to be made, and she's laid those out as well. And just a reminder, the Constitution of Massachusetts says you have to have a balanced budget.
Rob?
I mean, Maura Healey just in the last week is allowing cities and towns to raise taxes on cars, restaurants, other things. So let's not say she's not doing tax increases. But on the budget, number one, hard to have confidence in this budget when they miss revenue estimates by $1 billion. Number two, there are a lot of one-time spending gimmicks in here. It's bigger than they're claiming it is.
Including for the migrants, $1 billion it could cost the state over the next
fiscal year.
And
they've underfunded it. They've admitted they've underfunded it.
So traditionally, House and Senate leaders will work it out, and that's what we'll see. Okay, let's move to Oscar politics. Somehow, the star and the director of the billion-dollar blockbuster Barbie are snubbed by the Academy. Is it a case of the patriarchy striking back, Marianne? I'm not in my pink today.
It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like we always have to be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. The opening paragraph to the speech by America Ferrera in Barbie. I mean, come on.
Rob?
I mean,
are you going to quote Ken? Just asking.
I couldn't do, and I'm not going to sing the song, right?
Okay.
But I mean, listen, Hollywood, pretentious voters. I mean, did anybody even see Parasite? I mean, Barbie would be a much better choice than some of the junk that they've promoted over the years.
Just wrong on every level.
Yeah, the Academy, I think, keeps putting their foot in their mouth. All right, so we will wrap things up with best week or worst week. It was a busy week. Rob, let's start with you.
Sure was. A lot of choices, but my worst week goes to Republican Speaker Mike Johnson. Potentially spiking the border deal. Republicans have the politics all wrong on the border. Killing this deal puts Biden on offense on the border rather than hanging the border and this migrant crisis around his neck. I don't know what Republicans are thinking.
Marianne?
Worst week, Governor Chris Sununu of New Hampshire, who realized he couldn't run for governor again because he would lose. He realized he couldn't run for the U.S. Senate because he would lose. He realized he couldn't run for president because he would lose. So he picked back Nikki Haley in the primary. She lost, and so did Chris Sununu.
All right. He was a big focus also of Donald Trump's speech on
If
this.
you backed Trump, he still would have been your worst week.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Thank you for making us part of your weekend. Every Sunday, we go on the record.
Have a great day.